What's going on? It's Green Thumb. So this video goes out to all the weed heads out there. It's that time of season where we need to start germinating our seeds because we're going to be putting plants outside in give or take a month and a half. Some of you guys are going to want to do some low stress training or mainlining or whatever on your plants. So if you haven't got your seeds started yet, now's the time. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be planting this year, and I'll show you how I germinate all of my seeds every year with a 80-90+% success rate on germination. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's my list of seeds we're doing this year. We're going to do Northern Lights, Bruce Banner, AK-47, Blueberry, Campfire, Afghan crossed with Green Crack, Purple Kush, and Skunk OG. That's the plan. And I'm going to do 4 seeds for each. My seeds are not feminized, so I'm expecting at least probably I'd say 1 to 2 males of each plant that are going to end up coming through. So we're going to do a couple extra, and I'll show you how we do it. It's not hard. Okay, so we don't really need too much to do this. You're going to want a Ziploc bag, and I pre-label them before I start the process with a Sharpie marker. So I'm doing Northern Lights in this one. You're going to need a wet piece of paper towel, right? And you're going to need your seeds. When I'm looking to plant seeds, you're not going to want to do any seeds that you can easily squish in your fingers. So anything that's green, anything that's underdeveloped looking, you don't want to use those. These are what you're going to want to use here. You're looking for, see all the little stripe patterns and stuff on them? All the little splotches? That's what you're looking for. Those are mature seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm always looking for the biggest ones. And I just pick them out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put these back in the bag. Don't drop them on the floor, because that just sucks. There we go. Back in the bag. So I've got 4 seeds down here. Right? You can see them on camera. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not much to this so far, right? Anybody can do this. Take your paper towel, fold it right over the top, essentially just fold it in half. Press it down. You want to have good contact between the top and the bottom pieces of paper towel. Take your Ziploc bag, take your paper towel, and when I put it in, the easiest way to put it in is where the fold is. Slide that part into the bag. There we go. Into the bag, like that. Grab the paper towel at the bottom in the bag. Slide your hand out. Zip that sucker up. Right? You can see our seeds. Within maybe 72 hours at most, we're going to have little roots coming out of these. So we're going to take them from here. I'll show you. I've already done the rest. Did that off camera. Hang on. Here's all the rest. Right? You can see them all right through the bag. And the nice way about doing it this way is when those roots start to grow, you'll be able to see them. Another thing you can do is you can just hold this up to the light after a day or so, and if the roots are growing, if you hold it up to the window or a light bulb, you'll see the little root growing in through here. Makes it a lot easier. So you pretty much at this point in time have about, in my opinion, you have 2 options. You can take these and put them on top of your fridge where it's nice and warm. You want to put these in a warm spot. So you can put them either on top of the fridge or you can put them on top of a heat mat. So I've got some peppers germinating behind me in another tray like this with a dome on the top, and there's a heat mat underneath it. So I'm literally just going to take these seeds, put them in the same tray as my pepper seedlings, and I'm just going to let them go. I'll check on these every 24 hours, and as soon as I have roots growing out of them about a ½ an inch long or so, then I'll be planting them in solo cups. I'm not going to put them in little trays. They're going to go right into solo cups. That way the roots have lots of room to spread out. And from there, they'll get up potted probably several times before they go out into the garden. But that's it, guys. That's all there is to it. Takes, you know, only a couple of minutes. So keep your seeds warm. Keep your paper wet. Doesn't have to be dripping, right? Like nothing in here is dripping. They're definitely wet, but it's not dripping. You want it wet enough that it's going to get the coating of that seed wet and tell the seed that it's time to germinate. So I'll get these in the grow tray here, and I'll get back to you in a second. So like I was saying, here's the grow tray with all my peppers. Here's the heat mat. Okay, so you've got your insulated mat on top. There's your heat mat right there. This is just hanging out underneath the grow tray, keeping it about 85 degrees. We're just going to take our peppers, or sorry, our seeds, and we're literally just going to lay them all right down in here. Just like that. Boom. Now they'll be nice and warm. I'm not worried about keeping them in the dark. They don't need to be in the dark. And I'll just put the lid back on. Where'd the lid go? Here's the lid for the dome. Keep it nice and moist and hot in there. And like I said, I'll just check on these every 24 hours or so. And once I have roots, and once they start to sprout roots, the roots grow really fast. So when you guys are doing this, keep an eye on them, because you don't want those roots to get really long, because you could damage them when you're trying to transplant them. So keep an eye on them, check on them consistently, keep them warm, keep your paper moist, and that's all it takes. So I hope you guys like the video. Doesn't really take much to get this going. You guys should follow along. I'll be doing a complete season worth of growing. I'll be doing some mainlining on these, lollipopping later on in the season. I'll be making all my own soil. I'll run you guys through that. I'll show you how I do all of my plant training, the whole jam, and I'll take it all the way through right to harvest day. So subscribe to the channel. I know about 60% of my viewers right now are not subscribers, and I'm really trying to build up that subscriber base. So it'd make a big difference for you guys if you really help me out and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get told when I'm putting out new videos, which is going to start happening really fast. I'm putting out a video a day. Some days there's probably going to be 2. And hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And other than that, have a great day. See you guys. Green thumb out. Peace.